guys, we're going to be reviewing length today. We're talking about measurement in math the next 3 weeks. The last week we were in school, it's been a couple weeks ago now, we were talking about length, so we're going to review length today. And later in the week we're going to start talking and learning about weight. Okay, let's go ahead and get started with length. Ways we measure. You've seen this poster in class. We can measure something's length. Length means how long something is. We can use Unifix cubes, paper clips to measure. This poster also suggests using pennies and bears. We've got some counting bears. I brought them home. So we're going to measure with some different things today. Now, I know that we're at home right now, so we don't have cubes at all of our houses. We might not even have paper clips or pennies or bears. So I walked around my house, I got creative, and I found some non-standard units of measure that you might have at your house. So I found a box of toothpicks. Figured you guys might be able to measure with toothpicks. I found some dried beans. These are pretty small, so you might want to measure small things. Line them up edge to edge. These are a little bit challenging to work with. The smaller your unit of measure is, the more challenging it is to work with. So keep that in mind when you're getting creative and looking for units of measure at your house. I also have pecans. These are a lot bigger. I just have these in my yard. So you put them end to end. You can use pecans to measure. The last thing I found to get creative with was acorns. So these are another kind of nut. And they just come straight from a tree in my yard. They're all over the ground. I know we find these on the playground a lot. So if you guys go outside today, it's a beautiful day to get outside. Check your ground. You might have some kind of nuts on your ground, maybe some pecans, maybe some acorns, and they can be your units of measure today. Just remember, it's important that your units of measure are about the same size. So all my toothpicks are exactly the same size. My beans are about the same size as each other. My pecans are about the same size as each other, and my acorns are about the same size as each other. They need to be, your units of measure need to be about the same when you're getting creative. Okay? Correct ways to measure. So I don't know if you guys can see this poster very well, but it shows you measure end to end. No matter what you're using to measure, whether it's pecans, acorns, or counting cubes, you measure end to end. So if we were measuring this paper, we would start at this end, and we would go until we were even at this end. So you need to go end to end, okay? This one talks about spacing. We don't leave spaces in between our units of measure. So if we were measuring this pencil from our supply bag with pecans, we would go end, start at this end of the pencil, we would go to this end of the pencil, and we would not be leaving big spaces. You would need to scoot it up. Make your units of measure touch. Okay, and I have haven't finished yet. I still have room here at the end. Remember, it's got to go end to end. Okay? I would say that's just about right. So I can say my pencil is 1, 2, 3, 4 pecans long. Okay, we're going to go ahead and we're going to do the same process with different things that we found in our supply bag. So I also have cubes from the classroom. And I also have our bears from the classroom. So we're going to get to be using some things from our house and some things from our classroom today to measure these things. Alright. We already did our pencil. It was 4 pecans long. I'm going to call that one done. Set it over there. Now I'm going to pick the crayons. I'm going to open one. Pick my green one. You can pick whichever color you want if you want to do this at home. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do bears today. Now these are from the classroom. Follow along here. You won't have these bears at home probably, but that's okay. You get creative. You use your pecans. You use your acorns. You use your toothpicks or your beans, whatever you find at home. Okay? Remember, the most important part is you start at the end. So I'm going to put my bear right there at the end. And then their little paws need to be touching. They need to be straight. Notice I don't have this bear facing this direction and this bear facing to the side. Remember, they have to be the same when you're measuring. Okay, they're just touching paws. So that's about as close as I can get, because if I put another one, it's going to be over the edge. So I'm going to take that one away, and it's not an exact fit, so I'm going to say that this green crayon is about 3 bears long. When it's not an exact fit, we can use the word about. This crayon is about 3 bears long. Okay, here's a pretty small one. This is our eraser from our bag. So I'm going to put it right here. I think for this one, I'm going to use some dried beans. Remember I said the beans are small. And so if you're going to measure with beans, it's easiest if you measure something small. So I'm going to do this for my pink eraser. There's 1, 2, making sure again that it's at the edge. And there's no gaps. Maybe one more. Okay. So again, it's not a perfect fit. It's just super, super close. So I'm going to use that word about. But first I need to count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So our big pink eraser is about 7 beans long. Okay, I'm going to do the pencil sharpener. I think I'm going to stand it up. I want to see how tall it is. So I'm not measuring this time how long. I'm going to measure how tall. I think that would be easy to do. I'm going to use cubes so I can stack them up. Okay. It's not at the top yet, so I need to keep going. 2, almost there, maybe one more. 3, that's about right. So we can say that our pencil sharpener is about 3 cubes long. I don't have any gaps in my cubes. It's right there at the bottom, and it's as close to the top as I could make it. Okay, I'll do our 100s chart next. For this one, I think I'll use the acorns. I don't think I've used them yet. Okay, I'm going to measure from top to bottom again. So I am going to start, you know what? I'm going to slide it this way. I think it'll be easier for you to see. I'm still going top to bottom, starting at the very edge, making sure that I'm not leaving spaces. Maybe one more. Let's count them together. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Our 100s chart is 12 acorns long. The last item that we have today for our length review is our journal. Some of us have a journal that looks like this. Some of it looks a little bit different. That's okay. I want to know how long your journal is. So for this one, I'm going to use toothpicks. I have not used toothpicks yet, and some of us may have toothpicks at our house, so I'll go ahead and use those. I'm going to turn it sideways. I'm going to measure it top to bottom. See how long it is. Okay. Okay, right at the edge. And you notice this time, for whatever reason, I started at this end. That's okay. I've been starting at this end, but it's okay if you start at the other end. You're going to get the same measurement either way. I think maybe one more will be very, very close. Let's see if I'm about right. Oh my goodness. I mean, such a good guess. Such a good estimate. Estimate means guess. Okay. Ready to count? Help me count at home. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. So my journal at my house is 4 toothpicks long. Okay guys, be ready for my next video. This was supposed to be yesterday's video, but I got too busy packing your supply bags, so I didn't get a chance to get it done. But here it is today. After this, I'm going to do our length comparison video, so check that out next. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see y'all in just a second.